Hello, good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, where I am playing Sunless Sea, and as the title indicates, I'm trying not to die, which last stream I did indeed succeed. My main character did not die. I lost a couple of sailors, but my character did not die. So, hopefully I'll be able to keep up the streak, perhaps? I hope. Well, in any case, I need to make more money, is the main thing here. I have been running on the edge for quite some time, so I think I would very much like to try and find a money maker. So I've been going over my notes and everything from the previous times that I have streamed this game, and I think I need to try to find the salt lions, which should be somewhere around here. So if I start sailing towards Demo Island and have a look around there, maybe I'll get lucky? Well, I'm going to try, in any case. So, about London. Back to the shops. Going to get some more fuel and some more food. Okay, we're gonna try with 18 fuel and 15 supplies. That's the plan. Plans change. Have I believe I've read the news. Let's check my possessions. Yes, I do have a recent news. So, pretty much want to head straight out. And hope that I don't run into any bats or pirates. Man, I wish my ship were faster. So yeah, I pretty much want to keep on a straight-ish line here. And tend a little bit north. Around these islands, because trying to go to Frostfound has not been a very good prospect. That snowstorm is an ongoing problem. So perhaps I should try to find some other things. Like the lions, or Polythreme. I'm supposed to take a passenger to Polythreme. Discovered Pure Wall Point. Also gained a secret. A row of watchful Z-bats hang from a cable. Their heads swivel in unison as you cross the deck. Okay, so let's start sending out the bat. The bat finds nothing. We've encountered a fault, yeah. Here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reachers. Demo's Gate, named for a navigator lost above. How did his bones come below? Oh man, that's a big crab. Let's see if I can go around that sucker. Oh no, it's going the same way I am. Bat, go. Where am I? The Bonnie Reefs. Far off, very far off, someone screams. The Antoine Abyss. Antoinine? Wait. Godfall. We hear those voices that will not be drowned. This is the Sea of Voices. We are close to Polythreme, where nothing is truly dead. Okay, okay. Well, let's try for Godfall. Oh, what is... Oh, oh man, they want me. They want me bad. Ouch! Oh man. That was a nasty hit. I've managed to confuse them by going all the way around the island, though. Aha! Godfall. Sometimes, just occasionally, bits of the roof fall off. Be glad you weren't here when this one did. Godfall. The brawling bearded men who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof, but their chief interests seem to be wine, blood, and shouting. Okay, so, of wine, the throats of the brothers are dry. They'll pay for something to moisten them. Okay, so... 5 casks of mushroom wine, I see. Of blood, offer them a hunting trophy as a gift for their collection. Or of shouting, let them tell you about past and present events in the monastery. And explore the shattered citadel. Before the stalactite was a monastery, before it ever fell from the roof, it was a citadel. The fall shattered it and killed all its occupants. Probably. Why don't you take a look? The more foxfire candles you have, the better. Bad things will happen if you run out. Ooh, so can't go in there without foxfire candles. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note here. Godfall equals 5x mushroom wine, 5x foxfire candles, 1 hunting trophy. I'll just put a little slash in between each of those. Okay, so let's let the monks shout at me then, I suppose. Tales. They're eager to talk about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, is one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell in the roof. When it fell, a few of its occupants survived to become the monks' progenitors. How does that work, you wonder, with their vow of celibacy? They become vague and are suddenly eager to speak of the details of passing shipping. I have a port report. Okay. That's pretty much anything I can do here since I don't have any of the other items. Okay, so that's AESCHAVEN. So, polythreme is probably around here somewhere. Let me check my notes about polythreme. What do my notes say about where polythreme generally is? East Central Untersee, maybe north? So possibly if I sail north of here, maybe? The pirates appear to continue confused. Oh, they appear to have figured out that I'm here, but they're just spinning in circles. Are they coming back here? Please no. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to wait for them to... Oh man, they come back. Darn it. Oh man, they're too smart. Go away! Stop circling and looking at me. I'm just gonna go over here because it is a place that they are not. Oops, sorry about that. There's another. No, that's the same one. Oh, shark. Necrotic lobe. I don't recall being here before. Home. Warmly lit windows, company, peace, thoughts of home come at the strangest times. What is that over there? Sea of lilies. Don't want to get too close to that frog. It makes me nervous. Whoop. Seems like a nice place, except for the concerning frogs. Although the concerning frogs are very pretty. This looks like an interesting place. Discovered wisdom. Okay. Still didn't find what I was looking for, but I'm going to have to turn back after I put to port over here. Nupmit Harbor. Wisdom. The prison walls are mercilessly steep. Wisdom. Nupmit built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. So, I have a choice of handing over a prisoner, if I have one. Oh no, we'll pay you, the unctuous fellow says. We can always find a use for another pair of hands. We get lonely, you know. Lonely. Exchange a secret for a prisoner. Wisdom has many, many secrets, far more than one might expect to glean from the prisoners, but a discerning scholar might identify a secret which would tempt even the governor of the prison. This is unlikely to be profitable, unless you have someone specific in mind. This is unlocked with a searing enigma. Compile a port report, watch the comings and goings. Ransom a prisoner. Wisdom will release prisoners on payment of an eye-wateringly high redemption fee. It's not entirely clear whether this constitutes bribery or a legal instance of Kanagan mercy. This is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. This is a high-risk challenge with only a 12% chance of success. Dang. And there is rescue a prisoner, scale the walls, enter through the overflow pipes, evade the guards, secure your rescuee without raising any alarms. Don't get eaten by giant toads. You'll only get one chance at this. It is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. This is a high-risk challenge with only an 11% chance of success. And it might cost me 4 crew. Oh boy. Well, let's compile a port report. Watch the comings and goings. Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanate are most common, but you see Chelenite vessels, polythreme triremes with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their prisoners. I now have a port report for wisdom. Not really anything else to do here. Let's pause for a moment. I think maybe I'm going to try to go back over the north way. Hopefully I'll have enough food to pull that off. Maybe that will allow me to avoid that shark too. I really don't want to sail too close to those frogs, though. They make me very nervous. Chugging along, singing a sailor's song, except I'm not actually singing. Chugging along, chugging along. Keep sending out the bat. The air trembles, a breath of change passes. Principles of coral. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves echoes the false stars above. Oh, that appears... I'm not sure what that is. It looks like an eel? Bright. I don't know what Bright is. I don't think I've ever visited Bright. Let's turn north. Hey! Frost found. Forget Bright. This is nowhere near as far north as I thought it would be. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. I'm so glad I found this place. Okay, so the options here are engage an officer, the tireless mechanic. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Ugh, so glad to see a ship at last. Ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. There is take tea with the squatters at the dock. Some of them wear the robes of Iremi riddle fishers. Some look like Whitehern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. There's ask the squatters about the castle. You notice they avoid looking at it directly. There is enter Frostfound. A long flight of stairs rises glistening to a sheer tower. There is no door. Your reflection hangs in the cloudy ice. You cannot enter Frostfound if your terror is greater than 20, and you should not enter Frostfound without a good reason. Is it over 20? Yes, it is! Allow the sly navigator to examine the tower. He climbs the steps, panting eagerly. This is the Z, you see, he calls back. The Z risen to become land. Ice is the soul of the Z. In ice we find the Z at her most exemplary, and he's off again. You leave him to examine the tower, staring up at the battlements, his breath dragon huffing. Jorg, hello! This is not my first session of this game, no. I have played this game before. I played it last Thursday, and I'd also played it a while back, also for Try Not to Die Thursday. I am fairly fresh in a new life here right now. This is Captain Eleanor that I'm running here, and I've been naming them in alphabetical order. So, the thing is, every time your main character dies, the entire sea rearranges itself, and you have to re-find everything and re-earn everything and try again. So, this is fairly fresh into a new life. So, it is a bit of a roguelike. It's difficult to explain. It's kind of an exploration game. It's a little bit of a merchanting game. It's a lot of a Lovecraftian game. It's a little bit of this and that. It's difficult to describe, actually. Where was I? Create a port report. What are the squatters up to? There is speak to your Iremi contact. A riddle fisher is wearing the blue and red scarf that marks him as a contact. It would be a riddle fisher. What are the odds he'll give you a straight answer? Which is a high-risk challenge with a 24% chance of success. Or speak to a Whitehern contact instead. Interestingly, a Whitehern dock squatter is also wearing a red and blue scarf. What are the odds she'll give you an answer at all? This is a very chancy challenge with a 44% chance of success. I suppose roguelike would be as close as one can get with this one. What with the rearranging of the sea every time your main character dies, well... And there are random events and that sort of thing, so yeah, I think roguelike would be the closest to describe the play of this game. Alright, let's create a port report to start with. Bickering amiably. Not all are a Remy or Whitehern. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor, now and then a very cold, very sad rubbery man. But for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. Alright, that is one port report. Now, I need to decide which contact I'm going to get intel from. I mean, a 44% chance is incredibly better than a 24% chance, so I'm going to try the Whitehern contact here. Cross fingers. Why would such a ship come here? Who questions the questioner? What is the name of your employer? Why do you think I would know? Is she being obtuse? Are these code phrases you don't recognize? Has the Khanate employed a counter-agent to bewilder you? Will these questions ever end? You are forced to give up. The mission is a failure. That is... oh, failure of a challenge. Let's take tea with the squatters. I think I can do both that and let the navigator do his thing. So let's take some tea. A surprisingly warm welcome. We're keeping the steps for the Games of Truths, a helpful Riddle Fisher explains as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year, the people of Irem and Wither meet here for, she pauses, contests, she finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day, someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale Whitehern beer, and something the Riddle Fisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the Riddle Fisher grins. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Gained a supply, gained a fuel, lost 10 terror. Nice. Which may well be useful because I'm going to let my navigator examine the tower. Oh boy. Going up. Where is he? Only a few minutes later you glance back, and the navigator is gone. You climb the steps to examine the spot where you saw him last. His coat lies on the snow. His footprints end at the tower wall. You poke through his coat and find a brass telescope from the Khanate, a much annotated chart, tobacco, an alarming quantity of lice, but the navigator is gone. You never see him again. Oh no! Oh man! Well, I lost my navigator. But I got the Admiralty report that I needed. And I got a revelatory chart? The dark-spectacled Admiral will want to see this. Oh, okay. Farewell, navigator. Perhaps I should have been friendlier to you and I would have been able to keep you. Well, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for a new navigator, I guess. Alright. Checking my chart. I think we would be best served if I just sail in as straight a line as possible, the way that I am currently facing. So, let's go. I never did do any of the friendly things with the navigator. Maybe if I'd been friendlier with him, he would have stayed. we have a restless nights. One moment. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Inquire about their dreams next morning. What did they see? Which is a modest challenge with a 67% chance of success. Or I can ignore them. The captain can't be seen to take these things seriously. I'm gonna try asking them about their dreams. Here goes. Eyes and a face. The whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It is the roof. It's watching us. Eyes and a face. Eyes and a face. Yes, you say softly. You lay your hand on the sailor's burning forehead. There are storms in the roof. Hush, we won't join them yet. I succeeded, gaining 10 terror and 20 fragments. I can't believe that was a success. Okay. That 10 terror I lost is now back again. Lick a Monkey Crag. I love it. Oh, so much happening all at once. Hold on, let me back up. Alright, discovered Lick a Monkey Crag. Creeping tendrils of fungus, seaweed, unnameable flora. We enter the snares. Discovered the Dubois Maelstrom. Oh, lovely. Let's not sail into that. And distant bells. Oh man, there's another shark. All right, let's get a lot closer to the Maelstrom than I want in order to avoid the shark. Labyrinth of eels. I could try to put in at pig mode, but I'm starting to worry a bit about my fuel. Hey! Crab cake! Oh, I love crab cake. Okay. I want to pull a bit south. Oh wait, there's no reason to come here unless there's a long box. Okay, we're not going to be stopping in here because I can't even get a port report from here. We're just going to use it as a marker. Because I'm getting very worried about the fuel here. These are waters that I've already explored, so I do not need to use the bat here. So, go a bit southward, I think. Yeah, through these islands. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, Frostfound was a lot further south than I had expected, which I am definitely not complaining about. I am sad that I failed on the challenge for the special port report, though. I doubt I'm going to get as good a reward as I want as I was hoping for. Okay. Nearly back to London and still with 5 fuel. I will be able to make it. It's going to be expensive. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of fuel the next time I head out. Well, I didn't find any of the things that I set out to find. But I did find things. I don't know how that exactly counts on the whole thing. Back in London, let's collect our messages from the harbour master. All the clatter and song of the dockside, it soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Something has changed. Someone wants to sign on. The alarming scholar has invited you to call on them at the university. Interesting. I did not get to use my recent news. Well, let's start with the Admiral. You're ushered into his office off Mason's Pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across the desk. Ah yes, the merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. Okay. So let's actually submit port reports first. Alright, Godfall, pirate monks. I honestly have no idea what we're supposed to do about pirate monks. What are they up to? Alright, 30 echo, 1 favor, and a fuel. Frostfound, is it as beautiful as they say? I doubt it. Poets are notorious liars, but liars make bad poets. A paradox, isn't it? Never mind. Your report? Okay, 30 echo, a fuel, a favor. Haha. Wisdom. Do the oracles look hungry? 30 echo, a fuel, and a favor. Okay, so back to the Admiral. Let's submit the revelatory chart. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. He has given me 250 echoes for that. Okay. Let's see, ask if they're... Let's discover the Admiral's desires. Information. Visit a port and will be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest and will be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand that you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it? Alright, what in particular do you need? This port. Speak to our agent there and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. They want information from Codex. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Admiralty to Codex. And I've already been to Codex, haven't I? But I'm not sure if I have it in my notes. One moment. La 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 la. No, I don't have Codex in my notes. One moment. Because everything moves around, you always get the... Things are always in a general location. they're never in the exact same place twice, so whenever I get a pointer towards somewhere, I like to write it down in a special section of my notes. So, Codex is far north of London. That it is, that it is. I am pretty sure I know exactly where that is. Okay. And I think that's all for the Admiral, so back to the docks. Oh right, the alarming scholar wished to speak to me, so let's go visit them. The alarming scholar is mercurial to say the least, a creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Positively their appointment at University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep their razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily, I have budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? Okay, let's have a little chat with the scholar. Let me tell you. Tantalizing shafts of light. Adam's way, the nature of the echo bazaar, what lifebergs eat, the reason the islands seem to move, why candles can't be trusted. The scholar has opinions on all of these. Some may even be true. Gained 15 fragments, and my business has been concluded. Interesting. Okay, so I only have one of these. I only have one of these. I don't have any of the other things. Back out into the street. Let's visit the Rose Market and see if anybody's buying outlandish artifacts. It bustles on Roser's Wharf. Perhaps you can find a buyer for some of the curiosities you found at sea. Alright, Dauntless Temperance Campaigner is purchasing live specimens. She comes here to protest against the shadow puppet production of the honey harvest, but she's also known to buy caged specimens. Or a jovial contrarian is purchasing long boxes. His wheeled chair squeaks through the crowd. As all visitors to the Rose Market must, he carries a mirror. He's painted over the glass, though, with the face of a bat. Alright, don't have any of that. I could reset it by using my another day, but I'm not going to at this point in time. Okay, so... I'm gonna go to my lodgings. I can rest. I already have a recent news, so it's not letting me read the newspaper. Is there anything useful I can do with a single outlandish trophy in my study? Let's see. Oh, I can create a monstrous almanac if I had 7 of the things, but... Let's see. Convert a collection of outlandish artifacts into an heirloom? 10! 10 outlandish artifacts. Oh boy. If I had 7 strange cats, I could make a whispering trophy case, but... No, nothing useful there. Let's see... Let's see who is wanting on the ship. Maybe I'll be lucky and there's a navigator in there. A new recruit who awaits your attention. We have the irrepressible cannoneer. Captain, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it? That is for a gunnery officer, which admittedly I don't have. She costs 20 echo. And then, oh, the sigil-ridden navigator. Let me guide your ship. I know all the sea, how it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. Alright, this is a navigator who increases mirrors and veils. He costs 50 echo. Let's see. My mirrors is 30, which is not a good number. And my veils is 33, which is also not a good number. The cannoneer only increases iron, which is really only useful for combat. You know what? I'm going to engage the sigil-ridden navigator. I really like having a navigator. So, you're coming with me, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Ah, my god, the air, the air. It's clearer already. Let me chart a course for you. Ah, my head, my head. Alright, I have a sigil-ridden navigator. I've lost 50 echo. No more recruits for the moment. Alright, let's get into officers here. Our sigil-ridden navigator goes straight into the first officer. And we're actually going to speak to him. Okay, yeah, I can invite him to dine with me, or I can use him to increase my mirrors overall. Interesting. Well, I am in port right now, so I'm going to invite him to dinner. He has an admirable appetite for so slight a fellow. Forgetfulness. Seconds, then thirds, disappear in small, hasty morsels. He is nervous, and not a gifted conversationalist. You do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces. I can't say, Captain. This, he taps the livid sigil on his temple, which twitches like a scorpion's sting, has burned away my memories. I recall I have a brother, but not his name or where he is. I remember the names of the ships I've served on, the Implicit, the Bonnie Swan, but not their crew. How did he come by the sigil? He clutches his head. I don't know. I don't know. Thinking about it is like fire in my skull. He grits his teeth. Someone must have hated me very much to curse me with it, but I can't even remember my enemy. Speak to him again to advance his story. Navigator's sigil has devoured his memories. He cannot recall his past. Interesting. Can I speak to him again, like, right away? Yes, I can. Captain, Captain! My sleep is riddled with dreams, Captain. Dreams of bells and candles. Is that so? A destination. He paces the deck. I see a lonely house lit by tallow and wick. A bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it? He scratches at his sigil, which has begun to bleed. Do you know this place, Captain? Can I plot a course? A place of candles and bells. The chapel of lights. A northern church where no sin is too terrible. Oh. Okay. I think I've been there in this life? Am I gonna lose another navigator again immediately? Okay, navigator to Chapel of Lights. Yes, I am keeping notes on this. They're very similar to the notes that I keep for Baldur's Gate, in fact. Okay. Now... I think maybe I should carouse and hopefully reduce some terror. So, let's carouse and we'll stack docks. There is no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself. This has a 100% chance of success, but who knows what's actually going to happen? A matter of luck, a sure thing, or is it? Alright, let's go. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire, and something more. Lost 5 terror, lost 10 echo, gained a recent news, lost a free day. Alright, so that night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Your only love is the sea. You'll take comfort where you find it, but that's all it is. Or the likely lass that I have been romancing. Don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I've got business here. But alright, it did cross my mind that you might drop by. Oh ho ho ho. We're gonna have a nice night with the likely lass. A few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. Losing another 10 terror, so now I'm at 26. Okay. I believe that is pretty much all I can do in London at the moment. I'm gonna have a look here. Let's pull myself out a little bit and get... Yeah, here's Codex. Here's the Chapel of Lights. I can very easily get them both on the same trip. Heck, I could probably even put in at the Avid Horizon. Okay. We're going north. Okay, shops. We are going to need more fuel. Fuel. You know what? I'm gonna buy more fuel. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let's sell the Alarming Scholar my outlandish artifact. No. You know what? I'm gonna hang on to that and see if it's useful for anything else. Alright. Is there a point at putting in at Hunter's Keep, I wonder? Let's find out. The last time I was there in this life, it kind of burned to the ground, so I'm not sure if there's anything useful here for me anymore. But if it allows me to avoid that boat, all for the better. Quiet isle, grand old house, Hunter's Keep in ruins. The lawns are weedy meadows walked by the wind. The gravel paths have sunk to mud. The house is a jumble of charred stones and timbers. Look in on the ruins. Has anything changed? What is this? Unlocked when acquaintance sojourning with... Okay. Has anything changed? Wind, weeds, water, tumbled stones. The garden unwinding gently into disorder week on week. Nothing more. Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna look in occasionally. If only because this really points me in a really nice direction for going up northward. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually stayed alive long enough. Oh, lordy. Ship and bats? Bats are confused, though. Bats are confused. Ship hasn't noticed me. Let's put the light back on. I know it makes me use up fuel faster, but it's better to keep the terror further down. Alright, let's put in... Few die in fallen London. They come here instead. Alright, let's visit the tomb colony of Venderbite. On deck, you can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Okay, so... let's gather some gossip. I'm not actually going to be reading this whole thing, sorry folks. Let's gather some gossip. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies? Along the coasts of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. Okay, that's a port report for Venderbite. Let's see, what's on offer? Dusty glass of wine, very expensive, might reduce terror. Explore, visit the curator, which not useful when I don't have colors. Definitely not doing the last tour operator thing. It's just, that's very expensive. That's 12 supplies for a questionable amount, for a questionable profit. It's... So let's explore Venderbite. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. The builders of I found some monumental ruins. The builders of this place worked with great slabs of neath wall stone, carved with blank-eyed, unsmiling faces and blocky, stoic serpents. So, we have a search warily. The Neath is rarely gentle. Treat this place as enemy territory, which is a very chancy challenge with only a 43% chance of success. Or, I can have a picnic. Creepers climb the shattered pyramid. An owl blinks at you from an idol's mouth. In the undergrowth, a cave lizard munches decorously on a white cricket. This place seems peaceful. Rest a while. I am going to do the second one, not only because it has a better chance of success, but also because it has a better chance of reducing terror. So, unwanted guests. A complacent stoker sits on a comfortable-looking stone. It rolls over, tipping him into an unseen pit of sorrow spiders, who swarm him over, pump him full of venom, and fight over his eyes. By the time you've recovered his body for burial, the peace of the afternoon is quite soured. Lost a crew member, gained 5 terror, and lost a supply on top of that. Oh boy. Okay, well, one moment. Let's go to the death tracker here. Give me my death tracker. There you are. And that is a death count of 1 for so far this evening. Oh boy, I was hoping to lose terror, not gain it. Okay, what's going on at the Vengeance of Jonah? Cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. Okay, so we have a choice between sampling today's special. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. Definitely not boredom. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, and will also reduce hunger. This is a matter of luck. Could go either way. 60% chance of success, or offer him a strange catch. The Vengeance of Jonah is liberal in its approach to edibility. They'll pay a small fee and return some of the materials to you as supplies. This is a 50% chance of success. I don't really want to pay the echoes, so I'm just going to perhaps not out of here. Okay, anything else that isn't the last tour operator? No? Okay. Going to head further north then. not put in at Wither? Oh, not more bats. They definitely didn't notice me that time, though. Oh no, Lifeberg. Oh, I cannot survive a Lifeberg. Please no. Please no. They usually won't come close to shore. Usually. Take the bridge. Oh no, not another Lifeberg. Let's just leave the light off. Oh! Oh, I did not actually... Alright. There is the House of the Question out there. I don't know that I really want to do anything with it, though. Alright, Wither. Beyond the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. Alright, there is Explore the Town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. There's Gather Intelligence. The citizens of Wither enjoy questions, so much so that they always answer a question with another question. This can make intelligence gathering frustrating. And there is Shore Leave in Wither. The folk of Wither are quiet and sly and mystical. They subsist on cave fish and the dust-burrowing beasts of the waste. Their beer, however, is adequate. This is a straightforward challenge with a 100% chance of success. That would cost 50 echo and may well reduce terror. Tricky. Tricky. Okay, let's gather some intelligence, generate a very frustrating port report. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implication and supposition to compose a report. Alright, 1 port report for Wither. Let's explore the town. An intriguing smell. Who'll try? Who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Okay, so we have the grilled troglodyte prawns. Huge and pale, and their eyes stare bleakly into yours, but they smell fresh. The shredded jellyfish, which is a not to everyone's taste and a very chancy challenge with a 44% chance of success. Something mysterious. What exactly is a tyrant's treat? The vendor is vague. It looks something like a charred stick dripping with bluish fluid. This is a high-risk challenge with a 22% chance of success. Or do you have anything more robust? The vendor winks and produces a usefully anonymous skewer of meat. You don't want to know how you unlock that one. I promise you all, none of you want to know how you unlock that one. I'm going to take the troglodyte prawns. Tangy and not bad at all. Tangy and toothsome. Walk on, chewing cheerfully. Lost 2 terror, gained a fragment. Lost 5 hunger. That's it for now. Do I want Shore Leave and Wither? I don't know. It's kind of expensive. There is also the House of the Question. Northwest of Withertown, the House of the Question stands alone. Here, the initiates of the house make offerings to the 3 gods of the deep sea, and perhaps a 4th, who is not a god. It's the one place in Wither where you can sometimes get a straight answer, for a price. Gaining the attention of a god is useful chiefly for lifting curses. So, there is Gain Storm's attention, who I have not gotten a lot of attention from in this lifetime, and I'm glad. Storm's shrine is red with blood and wine. Feed it. Ask about the drowned man. The initiates of the house are reluctant to speak of him, but you may be able to bribe them enough to gain a few tenuous snippets. That's unlocked with 100 echo, my goodness. Or there is Defy the Gods, spit on the floor, curse the priests, overturn an altar. This will increase your iron and hearts by 5 each, up to 110, and set your terror to 0, but you will never be able to remove any god's curse or benefit in certain other ways. I will not be doing that. Besides, my terror isn't high enough to be worth it. I'm not going to ask about the drowned man. Alright, let us move on from Wither, I suppose. And hope that that Lifeberg is very far away. Now, this lifetime, Codex is downward a little bit of here. Yeah, there it is. Come on, let me in, let me in. An Isle of Answers. The Isle of Codex. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles, and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Alright, strategic information for the Admiralty. Make the pass sign to a mute exile. Acquire a doomed monster hunter. This one has waited all her life for a single answer. Give her that answer and she will be ready to lay down her life. Compile a port report. No one will speak. This is a challenge. Alright, port report first. Always port report first. Silently forthright. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, the meaning's unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. Alright, that is a port report. Alright, make the pass sign to the mute exile. Nod, nod, shrug. She hands you an oilskin pouch. 9 foolscap sheets of beautifully written cipher, gathered from who knows what corners of the Untersee. You look up. She points across the water towards the distant lights of Withertown. She shakes her head. No home there for her, not now. She points to your ship and raises her eyebrows. Completed commission. Take that back to the Admiralty. I now have a strategic information. A mute exile wants to join your crew. Will you permit it? Permit it, though other Zailers clutch their Z-talismans and make signs against evil. The folk of Wither are uncanny. Those who are exiled to Codex must be more so. Or, refuse it. Pick your crew more carefully. Let's see. You know what? I did just lose. I did just lose a crew member. Yeah, you know what? She's free! Welcome her aboard. She can't or won't speak, but it's clear she knows the Z. She'll do well this one. Gaining 5 terror and a crew. And Salt is paying attention to me. What joy. Okay, anything else? No, this is everything. This is everything in Codex. Now, let's pause for a moment. If I go down and across, I will get this one square that I hadn't. Yeah, let's do that. Turn. Yeah, heading right into that square that I haven't explored. Perfect. This must be Void's approach. The air crackles with frosty radiations. To the north, the false stars fail in the darkness. Well, that sounds fun. No. Oh no, no, I can't survive a lifeberg. That is not within my abilities. Into the fog! Away from the lifeberg! Turn the light back on. Chapel of Lights! And the port is up here. Please be on this side. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, that's the same as before. I'm gonna use him to increase my mirrors. One moment. Maybe one of your secrets can drag something out of him. I'm sorry, it's the pain. No, this is what you wanted, I think. He's eager to instruct you, like a drowning man striking up for air, but he struggles to put words to his understanding. Does his sigil give him insights, or is it old learning he has failed to forget? Okay. Yeah, same destination. Alright, Chapel of Lights. Do you hear music? Furtive faithful gather in the shadows between the many, many candles. A bell tolls in the chapel tower, cracked iron laughter. Beware, the aisle is full of voices. Alright, so there is Eat of the Chapel's bounty. A smiling priest unlocks the door of the storehouse for you. Here, he says, eat, but take nothing away with you. Now, I have practically no hunger, so that would be a waste. Give a nightmare to the well. The well drinks color, the smiling priest whispers. The well drinks dreams, and the well is always thirsty. This will reduce your nightmare's strength, but also scar you permanently and increase your wounds by 1. 3 wounds will kill you. I don't currently have a nightmare, so that's not too much of a problem. There is Gather Intelligence, what occurs here between the darkness and the light. Your sigil-ridden navigator races towards the chapel. This is the place. Hark! The bell! Provides seasoning for their feasts. They grind salt in the storehouse, but they need particular stones for particular savors. Trade 3 ambiguous elos for an extraordinary implication. Oh boy. And attend a service at the chapel. The great bell tolls. The few and ragged faithful gathered for St. Arthur's lesson. Bring your offerings. This is a straightforward challenge with 100% chance of success. Costs 5 supplies though, which I need what I only have 10. I need what I have to get back to London. All right, let's generate a port report. A smiling priest in a red cassock tends the chapel. The congregation are shy of light. They come and go in little ships, and it's strangely difficult to count them. Perhaps some of them are imaginary. Still, you note the name of a ship or two. Generating a port report for the Chapel of Lights. Okay, alright. Yes, you hear the bells. Please come back. Sigil-ridden navigator races towards the chapel. This is the place. Hark, the bell. You give chase. Within, the air is heavy and hushed. A consultation in the chapel. You enter to see your navigator shaking a smiling priest by the collar. It led me here. Tell me what it means. Look at it. Look at it. The priest disentangles himself as politely as possible. I'm sure we can find a path to put you on, my friend. He examines the sigil with a professional air of a collector, but we will need your help in return. Okay. Pay a price. Our stores are running low. If we cannot feed our congregation, our mission must end. Can you provide? The fresher, the better. The navigator has nothing. He pleads for your help. That would be unlocked with 2 live specimens I don't have. Or pay another price. The priest slips his arm around your shoulders. For you, a lesser payment, he whispers. Post no guards on your ship tonight. Ask no questions. And in the morning, perhaps you'd like to join us for breakfast. A red and white smile. Oh, that's another one I would be unlocking with something I don't want to go through. 2 live specimens. Oh boy. I will write that down. I'm not going to be able to afford that anytime soon. Can't provide either of those. I am sorry, my navigator. Okay, so what is unlocked with this? Oh yes, ambiguous Eolith. I don't know that I've ever encountered those. Okay. We're gonna head out and north. And right over here we have the Avid Horizon. Not a smart place to visit often, but since I'm here... Whoop. It is very pretty up here, I will give it that. Avid Horizon, this is the end. Two vast winged shapes guard a gate of something like resin, smooth but uneven. It is deep gant, the color that remains when all other colors have been eaten. Ice crusts over the crack between its valves. Approach, and your breath freezes, falls tinkling in shards from the air. It would be utterly foolish to touch the thing. A merciless wind blows from everywhere to everywhere. It passes without effort through your bridge coat, your flesh, your lungs. The dock lies empty. Okay, so we could open the high gate, except that we can't. It is locked. I can look into the stars. Bad plan. I can gather intelligence, such as there is to gather out here where nothing moves. Okay, I'm going to gather intelligence. Nothing moves. This stillness is itself of interest to the Admiralty. It is not impossible someone foolish might attempt to open the gate. It is not inconceivable that it might open from the other side. And what then? Alright. One port report. And I'm noticing down here, you heard a story. The ice by the gate's edge. There was a whisper about a hunting quest and a final revenge. Behind the ice. Yes, this is what the rumors meant. A hunter frozen in the ice, hands contorted to claws, mouth agape. With her left hand, she had plucked her own eye from the socket. It lies very close to the surface of the ice. If the stories are true, there's a dark virtue in that eye. Take it then, but perhaps you should put it in a jar. Okay, I have another hunter's eye, which might be useful for something, but I don't know what. As far as it goes, I've got one now, though. Alright, I am definitely not looking into the stars. That way lies madness in more ways than one. I'm going to pause and consider my trip home. You know what? If I go like straight south, I can hit the Shepherd Isles and Abbey Rock. So yeah, let's do that. There is no reason currently to go to Mount Palmerston. So yeah, nudge over this way a little. Nudge a bit further over that way. Oh, go around the vortex. Do not try to go through the vortex. Okay, yes, I am heading pretty much straight towards the Shepherd Isles. Oh no. Ow! No! Evasive maneuvers! No! That's what you get for shooting at me! Alright, destroyed a pirate steam pinnace. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel and these Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Okay. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but there's something at the back of the hold. I opened a cache of curiosities. Woohoo! A stout... What's inside? A stout crate. Crates, the source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. Oh, come on, tell me... Crate of supplies. Hardtack and water and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarks that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. Alright, gained 2 supplies. Oh, that was... My hull is feeling the burn. I hate the sea combat in this game. I prefer to avoid it. Sheep, lichen, standing stones. Shepherd Isles. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you. There are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed, it's just the name of the gentleman that founded the islands. Greybeard, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tails. Ask us anything. Okay, so we have the options of a picnic at the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew and kefir and stone bottles of cold, fresh spring water and row you over the stones. There's tales of the Standing Stones. Villagers are happy to talk about the local sites. Well, site. Tales of the 3 graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over the island to the northwest? Tales of Thornwell Croft. What is it about that isle to the north, the one that isn't bridged? The rest of the Z. Rest of the Z, the bearded watchman scoffs. Here's where you need to be. We don't talk about the rest of the Z, but a sniveling caitiff draws you aside. I got something for you, he promises, but I'll need some of that good stuff from London. A lot of that good stuff. He wants mushroom wine, supply... Oh, 7 supplies! Good lord! A retired monster hunter wants something to remember his glory days. In return, he will show you a secret graveyard populated by curious corpses in curious boxes. Trade a hunting trophy for a Sooth and Cooper longbox. I do not currently have a hunting trophy, but that's interesting. But let's compile a report. Oh yes, yes, there's been goings-on. In the bleak light of the false stars, surface roiling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and a flash of fire, 3 widows swim in, tentacles, then we saw His Highness. There's rather a lot of this material. Alright, that's a port report for the Shepherd Isles. I don't know. Let's take a tale of the 3 graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over on that island to the northwest? Hunters at rest. The Chelonate, right? They're hunters. They killed a turtle the size of London and built their city in its shell. A ship from the Chelonate came by, hunting the midnight whale. 3 of them had died cowards, so their bodies couldn't go into the Z. They paid us for the land in whale ivory. I still got a piece, but I keeps it safe. I now have a Z story, a memory of distant shores. Okay. That closed off the picnic, alas. Stop telling me I need to restart my computer. I am busy. Okay. Now, I would like to visit the sisters. So... okay, turn southeast very sharply. Does being in the light of the lighthouse reduce my terror? It does, kinda. Interesting. Oh, sisters, I come bearing news. Although you're different sisters than I used to bring news to, but, you know, what else is new? Besides my news. Here, the Grim Sisters lair at Abbey Rock. Abbey Rock, a black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress convent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Alright, trade supplies. Resources are limited on this bleak rock. The sisterhood will pay a fair price for supplies. Not a good price, mind. Compile a port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. Knock at the iron-studded gates with news. Perhaps they'll find it valuable. Or offer them a gift of a hunting trophy. The sisterhood respects 2 things: unswerving decades of fidelity to a wholly secret purpose, and the ability to shoot straight. Perhaps you can demonstrate the second. Alright. Compile a port report. As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands stolid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. Okay. Knock at the iron-studded gates with news. Would you like some news, sisters? Brief attention. The muscular prioress, the abbess's lieutenant, comes to the door to listen. She nods and makes notes. She pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of the rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. I no longer have recent news, and I've lost 2 terror. I'm at 42. This is higher than I generally like to go, but I don't really have a lot. I don't have a lot of ways to reduce terror. So... okay. To get back to London, it's very sharply south, which should be fun. Okay, so very south and kind of west. Yeah. As long as I keep on this path. Hopefully without encountering any more pirates. My hull is very concerning to me right now. Okay, here's Hunter's Keep, which I already put in at this visit, so I'm just gonna go around it. And let's see. Yeah, a little bit further down. And put into port. Let's collect messages from the harbor master. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. The alarming scholar has invited us to call on them. And the rose market hasn't changed. Alright. Well, let's start with the Admiral, since we have important stuff. Pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. Invisible eyes. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. That's 150 echo and another favor. Okay, so submit my port reports. No, the comatose ferret is still here. I'm just not using it. It's having a nice nap. Forever. Also, good evening, Green. Welcome back. Alright, let's, Venderbite. What have the nearly dead been up to, then? 10 echo and a fuel. Yes. Whither? I refuse to ask any questions. I don't want to give them the satisfaction. 20 echo and a fuel. 27% chance of success trying to submit Shepherd Isles as fact. So, no, I'm gonna submit it as unsubstantiated hearsay. We do hear some unlikely tales of that place. I should really visit Shepherd Isles more often. I'm really curious what happens if you keep going back there. Friendly scoffing. I agree. It does seem implausible. So many of the stories from that place do. Still, there's a little gold of truth in the mud of rumor from time to time. Your payment, Captain. 10 echo and a fuel. Alright. Abbey Rock. We categorize it as a military installation, you know. Although that has occasioned some quite vigorous debate. Alright. 20 echo and a fuel. Chapel of Lights. There's something about the Untersee that breeds heresy and dissent. I rather think we might need to send the Bishop of Southwark out for a good bit of Christian shouting. 20 echo and a fuel. I love all the free fuel. The free fuel is wonderful. Avid Horizon. I hope you intend to tell me that everything is quiet there. 10 echo and another fuel. Codex. Exiled for giving answers. That's Wither for you. Anything new? 20 echo and a fuel. Let's see. Ask if there's anything in particular that they need. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. The Admiral will see now. The Admiral deals directly with more sensitive commissions. Okay. Scooch, scooch, scooch. What do you need in particular, sir? This port. Speak to our agent there and return. We'll see it that you're rewarded. Alright, retrieve strategic information from Wither, far north. Really? The place I just was. So you send me to Codex and then you send me to Wither? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. I'll add it to the list. Admiralty to Wither. Well, it's at least it's a quick trip, I suppose. That's going to be such an annoying report. I sense that it's going to be a really annoying report. Alright, back to the docks. Let's visit the alarming scholar, since they requested our presence. Oh, so that they can give us a present. A little present from the scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Dark glass. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it has vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. That's 2 supplies. Thank you. I have a spare memory of distant shores, so I'm going to sell it to them. A piquant piece of picaresque pilgrimage. Wells of emotion. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing, eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter. Stop, they sob at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring the macaw of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled. This is not worth a lot of money, but the favor with the scholar does seem to be profitable. How about a Z story? A tale of the deep. Difficult dictation. Thrilling. Let me hear every detail. First, I must find my fountain pen. Oh, how regrettable. It has a spider impaled on the nib. Excuse me. Let me. Good heavens, it's still alive. Pass me that volume of Gibbon. There we go. Do you have another pen? Another 10 and more increasing favors. I could sell them the outlandish artifact, which is tempting. Yeah, let's sell them the outlandish artifact. A careful scrutiny. We have something like that, they declare, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees. 100 echo, and more favor with the antiquarian. Awesome. I always keep a memory to distant shores, just in case I need it somewhere, so I will not be selling them my last one. Okay. Leave the university. You have business to attend to, and besides, the scholar keeps snapping their teeth like a mechanical trap. Okay, the Rose Market hasn't changed. There's no reason to go there. Let's go to the dry dock, because I do really rather need that at this point. I can do the 75 echo for the cheap guys. Complete repair for 100. Or 3 favors and 25 echo to completely repair. Or of course there's Ratus Faber, which who knows exactly what that's gonna do. I'm gonna spend the favor, I think. The favor and the 25. I'm gonna go for the Admiralty Yards. Rapid efficiency. All shall be well, and all manners of things shall be well, very quickly. Lost 24 echo, 3 favors, and my hull is completely repaired. Okay, take me back to Greater London. Let's see who's looking to sign on. Who awaits my attention? A haunted doctor. Please, I must leave this place. I can work my passage. I'm a doctor. The haunted doctor increases hearts and pages. Okay, we have an officer, the word I don't know how to pronounce, magician. Good afternoon, Captain. Perhaps I can do your engines some good. No, haha, I'm quite the engineer. Difficult to credit, isn't it? But here are my references. This is an engineer who increases veils and mirrors, but I already have an engineer, or I can just get a General Zaylor, which I'm not going to bother. Nope, nothing there today. To my lodgings to read the morning papers. Hey! The Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Cornelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't. You'd know. Oh-ho! A promotional coupon for Mrs. Plenty's provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. That is another supplies. Excellent. Okay, I believe I will be carousing out in London because my terror is rather higher than I like it to be, so carouse! Have a night. Have 2 nights. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire, and something more. Lost 5 terror, lost 30 echo, another recent news in case I needed one, and trouble and romance. We're going to continue romancing the likely lass. I wonder if I've learned her name yet. Shared warmth, new memories, harder to say goodbye. Lost another terror. I am now at 28. Still nervous, but much further away from 50 now. Okay. Time to provision up and head out. Buy a couple more fuel. Buy a few more supplies. I'm trying to save up for a faster ship. I would like to go to. I would like to go to the Lamped class cutter. I worry about the cramped and fragile part. It does have less hull. But it's so much faster. Or maybe I should save up for the Forced class. Small, swift, and formidable, like a very angry vole. That one I would have to save up 3,000 echoes for. Ugh. But has a hull of 200. Which would be very nice indeed. I don't know where I'm gonna get my hands on that many echoes though. Possibly there's a reason you might want to set to Z on the boat the size of a dining room table. Possibly. That is hull of 1 and a hold capacity of 5. The only thing that I can think of is that this is like if you're desperate for money. But yeah, that's pretty much the I would like a new life now ship, I think. And also, just because Green asked, I would like to point out that the comatose ferret is right here having a nice nap. It's having a good time. I am still not going to deal with that Mr. Sachs thing. I don't think I've explored enough to do the Sachs thing. So it's back to it's back north. So yeah. I'll put in at Hunter's Keep, Venderbite, Wither, Codex, try to hit the Shepherd's Isles and Abbey Rock, and head back to London, I guess. It would be so much easier to explore if I had a faster ship. So, into the keep. Because I'm curious, if I keep going there even after it's burned down, does anything change? Also, it faces me around in the perfect direction to go to Venderbite, so... Has anything changed? No, nothing has changed. Okay. And of course, since I have just repaired my hull, the bats are absolutely going to come for me. But much like the lifebergs, they don't like to come too close to the shore, so... Maybe I missed them? Maybe they moved to somewhere else? That would be really nice if they did. Okay. Here we are, back at Venderbite. Whoop. All right, let's compile a port report. Anything interesting? Nope, just an exploration. Let's go exploring. A raggedy fellow. Captain, I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. I could take him with me. I could use an extra hand. Leave him here. Strangers are too chancy. You've heard stories about things in the shape of sailors. Or you don't just like it, or you just don't like his face. Or pay his passage home. An act of generosity. That would be... Wow, 250 echo. Well, I'm not paying 250 echo, so I will be leaving him here. I have enough crew. I got an achievement, which fills me with fear, because I just got an achievement called Salt's Curse. Oh dear. Strangers are too chancy. Strong words. You won't take me? Well, you'll take my curse. Salt, witness me. My curse on this captain without charity. Others will abandon you as you abandoned me. Curse you! Curse you! He spits on the floor and slashes his arm to release the blood. His eyes roll. Tears burst from them and roll down his cheek. You leave him to rant and weep. I now have a curse on me from Salt. Great! Good thing I'm going to wither. Thank you so much, you jerk. Jonah, no, I won't be doing Jonah today. Alright, must sail immediately to Wither and get this curse off. It was Wither that removes curses, right? Oh, lordy. I just didn't want another mouth to feed. It's not that I lack charity, it's that I lack funds. Oh, no, not that lifeberg again. Oh. We're gonna sneaky along the coast and hope it doesn't notice us. Oh no, why is it coming so close? Oh. I honestly did not expect a curse. Let's go to the house of the question. Okay, to lift Salt's curse. No one will answer you when you speak of Salt's curse. It takes you half a day to glean what it might demand of you, but at least if they can't speak of it, they can't quote you a price. Okay, so that requires I'm not defiant. I don't have a Z story. I can get a Z story. I know how to get a Z story, but that means I'm gonna have to make a full loop. Oh boy. Okay. To wither. Let's gather some intelligence. Okay, a riddling contact. Who seeks the ship? Is the Khanate our true enemy? What is the nature of sleep? Ah yes, Witherans only answer a question with a question. It's an annoying habit in the spy. Perhaps you can piece the report together. I need 75 mirrors. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna make a note here. Rec 75 mirror. That's gonna cost me a lot of secrets. Does any of my people raise mirrors? Let's see. You raise hearts. You also raise hearts. You raise veils. You raise mirrors. Oh joy. Oh boy, oh boy. That's gonna be like 40 something secrets. Oh boy, oh no. This is not the outcome that I'd hoped for. Do I dare explore while I have a curse on me? Yeah, okay. The wind speaks. You fall into a reverie as you wander the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of the salt works, someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?" Fragments remained unstained. Storm... Oh, I have Storm's attention now. That's great. And that's all for now. I don't want Storm's attention. Storm's attention is concerning. Okay, the place that I can rely on to get a Z story is if I take my recent news to the lightship right outside of London. So I guess I'm not taking my recent news to the sisters. Here we are at Codex. Let's get a port report. That is a port report. Nothing else to do here. Okay. Back south. I'm I'm going around this way in the hopes of avoiding the lifeberg that's over by Wither. This is a big fog bank, man. Okay. Oh man, no, 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 no. I just got it repaired! A bat swarm is being defeated. Little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes into the neathy dark. I can dispose of the corpses, which will slightly reduce terror, or save them as food. I do not need food, so I'm going to use it to reduce terror. Into the sea with them. Over the side. Their eyes are still fierce in death. Sailors sweep them overboard with brooms, careful not to touch them. Alright, that lost me 2 whole terror. And 10 whole hull. Actually, 15 hull. Man, I can never have a fully repaired ship, can I? Has that pirate ship come back? That is the question. I'm engaging in far more battles tonight than I really want to. And I haven't even reached the halfway point of my stream yet. Okay. I will visit the ship and then go to London, because that way I can recent news in London. Whoop. There it is. It's a reliable place to get a Z story here. Lightship far from home. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. Okay, I don't need to purchase fuel, but I'm going to speak to the crew because they long of news from home. Tea beneath the light. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. I've lost... Oops. Why have I got the hiccups all of a sudden? I've lost 5 terror, and I now have a Z story. Which is what I need to get rid of this curse. Alright. To London! But yeah, I'm gonna have to start spending secrets with my navigator to increase my mirrors. Dark news. A grave courier paces the quayside as your ship ties up. Captain, she hails you. I was commissioned to give this into your hand. An official notice from the Foreign Office. You scan it quickly and catch the likely lass's name. What has happened? What is all this? Unlocked when scion? Unlocked when romance a notable occasion? Oh, what is it? Salt's curse. It's Salt's curse. The business of the Crown cannot disclose details of her ultimate fate, but I regret that, in all likelihood, it was bright and cold and lonely. More I cannot say, but it was her last request that this message be delivered, and she won my respect long ago. I enjoin you to ignore any overtures or messages from captains of the bright ships. We have learnt not to meddle in the affairs of the Dawn Machine. The curse of the god Salt has fallen on me. The likely lass is gone. I had a sweetheart in London. I no longer have one. I gained a fragment, and Salt's curse is lifted. Oh no! I'm glad that I didn't have to pay to have it lifted, but I did pay to have it lifted. Oh, my girl. My girl. And an inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. There is. The options here are nothing to hide. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. Or gentle encouragement. You would never dream of impeding their duty, but surely there are other more dangerous ships on the Untersee. I don't have anything illegal aboard. So, let them tromp the ship. I have nothing to hide. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than a moldy ship's biscuit. Alright, let's get more messages from the harbor master, I guess. Something has changed. Someone wants to sign on. And the rose market still hasn't changed. Well, let's take the port reports. Alright, vendor bite, 10 echo and a fuel. Whither, 20 echo and a fuel. Codex, 20 echo and a fuel. And I don't actually have anything else for them. The Alarming Scholar, I don't have anything for them either, I don't think. What is this? Oh, it's a memory of distant shores. I still have the locket. I also have the Hunter's Eye. Question is what to do with it. To my lodgings. Read the morning papers. Now have a recent news and lost a terror. Continuing. Yeah, back out to London. Who wants to hire on? The Irrepressible Cannoneer. Oh, her again. I could afford her? Have I ever had all of my officer slots filled? I mean, she's pretty inexpensive. You know what? Let's do it. Welcome aboard, you enthusiastic person. Welcome aboard. Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Let me make notes. Paper! Okay, I now have one Irrepressible Cannoneer. To my officers. In you go. And let's talk to you. Hello, what can I do for you? I have lists. Okay, so invite the cannoneer to dine with you is locked. I've had enough to eat, thank you. I don't eat much, but I'd like to demonstrate some ideas I've had. Can you meet me on the afterdeck at 8 bells? That's unlocked with 10 fuel, 5 torpedo components, 5 supplies. Or she will increase my iron. As long as the hull is 10. Interesting. So if the hull is 10, at least, as long as I have less than 100 iron and a secret. Interesting. Okay, so I will find out how much the torpedo components cost, ma'am. Okay, where would I find that? Naval surplus? Yeah. Okay, they're worth... It's 5, so... 25? I will try it. I will try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Let's have some dinner and blow some stuff up. Flowers of Flame. The cannoneer has found ways to calibrate your weapons for additional death and explosions. When the smoke clears, however, it is impossible to deny that the risk and expense of most of these tricks is a little too great. Only a couple of minor modifications are safe to use. But do you know, the cannoneer says, squinting thoughtfully, it reminds me of a story. The Iron and Misery Company were testing something, destroyed one of their outlying stations, destroyed it to bits. If you can find me the prototype, I can make it work for us. Can you take me to Demoe Island? I used to know the factor there. He might talk. Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, Gunnery Officer to Demoe Island. I know where that is. Okay. 10? I lost 10 fuel out of that? Oh, man. Lady, you are very expensive all of a sudden. Do I have Demoe Island on my list? It doesn't really matter because she didn't give me directions. But... the cannoneer has a calmer side, although not much calmer. Nope, no directions to Demoe Island have been offered here. Interesting. That is... that was a very costly... Well, that's what happened this time. Alright, let's carouse and hopefully reduce some terror. Lost 5 terror, lost 10 echo. That is actually a pretty nice amount, which has resulted in me having a pretty nice amount. And I will be spending the night with someone whose name I do not afterwards recall. Oh, my sweetheart. I lost 2 terror from the relaxing evening. Together you exorcise the chill of the neath. When you wake, you're alone, but that's how you've always preferred it. Oh, my lass, my girl. Oh, well. Not much I can do except, you know, cry over how much fuel I'm going to have to buy. Oh, I'm poor again. I'm poor again. Okay. I admit that that is somewhat upsetting. But yeah, I do have more exploring to do around over this region, so I guess I'll go to Demo. I cannot remember if I have ever had a full crew complement before. Something drifts face down. Oh, well, thank you. I'd like to keep on as flat an eastward track as I can, in the hopes of getting this one here. Oh no. Nope, 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 nope. That is well beyond my abilities, that one. Let's go up this way and leave them in the fog, in the most literal sense. Am I still heading the right way? Yes. Will I get there eventually? Probably. Darn those bats. This is a long trip for a little ship like this. I would have loved to have the full hull. But I am certainly not paying to repair only 15 damage. Not when I just had to spend so much money replacing the fuel and supplies that my gunner set on fire. Okay. Okay, that's Moody's light. Yeah, there we go. As long as I keep pretty much straight eastward. Oh no. Well, it lost me in the fog. I think. Did I get that square? I'll find out later, once I get into port. Here we are at Demo Island, at the Iron and Misery Company funging station. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant Balaga shrooms for building materials, harvesting Curaleaf for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Ah, quite mad. How can we be of assistance? You know, come to think of it, it's been a very long time since it happened, but I did lose my original navigator, and I never actually counted him as a death, even though he is gone, never to be seen again. I should count him as a death. One moment. Also, my music has decided to stop for reasons that I do not understand. Okay, fix that. There we go. And into the death tracker. I should count that as a death because he is gone forever. So. There we go. Alright, we can bargain with the Factor for a secret. The irrepressible cannoneer is convinced that the Factor knows more about a weapon, the company's terrible prototype. You will need a bribe. It's only fair. Okay, so that would cost 200. Okay, I will make a note of that. Rec 200. 200 echoes. Good lord. Tea with the factor. Explore the island. Accept a volunteer. Compile a port report. Provide a respite from mushrooms, which is only unlocked with 2 strange catch. Or gather supplies. Okay, compile a port report. Of course, I&M's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. You know what? I'm gonna have tea with the factor. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores, the scones are stale, even the tea has a hint of mildew, but the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the Gant Pole where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principles of coral, the infestation at Featherhaven. He also has a load of Bolgasfron carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff, I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. I've lost 2 terror, gained 6 fragments, and a supply. I am not going to pay the 200 because that is like practically all of the gold that I have, almost. Too much. Just way too much. Nor am I going to gather supplies. Alright, I'm gonna pause, and we're gonna look. Okay, I did in fact get that 1 square that I hadn't gotten. I think I would like to head further east and see what I can find around. So swing around this way. Going slowly to make sure that I don't hit this rock. Oh, what, where, what? Muse, hello, good evening, and welcome raiders. Oh, your timing is very interesting. No, I don't want to deal with that ship. Go away, shoo, shoo. No! Hi. I would give you a shout out, but I have some problems right now. Well, it said that somebody came with you. I just don't know who. Oh, please give me a port around here somewhere. Oh, yes, yes. Ace-Chaven. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, why are there 2 of them? Okay. Alright. They can't shoot me in here. So. Use underscore E. Whoop. Equality. There we go. Oh, you were playing Overwatch for your stream. Interesting. Did you do well tonight? As while I'm in port, the pirates can't shoot me, so I can, you know, type things in my chat. 2 games of ranked and quit. Well, I can understand that. I have very strong negative feelings about ranked myself. 1 win, 1 loss. Well, it's something, I guess. Alright, we did not bring any wine, we did not bring any trophies. Let's let them shout at us. Tales. They're eager to talk about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, is one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell on the roof. Oh, this is exactly the same text as before. Never mind. Somehow they are the descendants of the starved men from the roof, despite everyone's vow of chastity, and they won't talk about it. No wine and... No, I didn't bring them any wine! Like, they would talk to me if I'd brought them 5 casks of wine, but I didn't bring them any wine, so the point is moot. It is mushroom wine, anyway. I am definitely not going to explore the Shattered Citadel. I'm going to... I'm going to despair slightly is what I'm going to do. Oh boy. There's a ship down here, and there's a ship up here. How do I get out of here without dying? What if I go south? What if I try to, like, deke around them southward? You know, once these guys, have their backs turned. Please, stop. Oh man, the moment I set out, they're gonna notice me, because my light will turn on. Would you stop circling in the one spot and go somewhere else? Oh, this is ridiculous. They might have noticed me. They're thinking about noticing me. They're thinking about it. Thinking about it. Oh, they are definitely following me, but... I think I lost them in the fog. Okay. Okay. I lost them in the fog? Question mark? Hope? Right. Going away from where that ship is. Let's trend upward just a little bit. Close to the Salt Lions. Oh, yes, Salt Lions, gimme. They're around here somewhere. Come on, Bat. I believe in you. Oh no, not another one. No, please no. I do not want to get into a combat right now. Reminds me of well, maybe a little. It's not actually a game that I am all that familiar with, but the crawling stars. The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting, a rare and ominous event. What now? Record the change and assign a name. If the new shape seems well-omened, your crew may be cheered, who knows? This is a matter of Lovecraft-inspired boat game yeah, well, this is a Lovecraft-inspired boat game, so... where was I? A matter of luck, it could go either way. 50-50 chance. Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. Dredge has a demo, doesn't it? Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna try the 50-50 chance. Cross fingers for me, everyone. The raid wheel. One sailor claims it resembles the sun. Another, a Hindu mandala cross. A third suggests the rose window of Chartres Cathedral. This excites mockery. Nevertheless, the reaction is positive. Lost 3 terror. Crosses all my toes. Thank you very much, Muse. It seems to have helped. Okay. Bat, don't fail me now, Bat. I'm being watched. Ugh. I'm somewhere near the salt lions here. I want to find them. What's this down here? Oh, no, wait, that's an outlier of Geider's Morn, isn't it? Or is it the lions? Oh yeah, that's an outlier of Geider's Morn. I don't want anything to do with that. I want the lions! Give me the lions! They're around here somewhere. Wait, wait. The lions! Oh boy! Oh, I was hoping to find these. There's a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. The salt lions, 2 basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away as its features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. Alright, so the options here are visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick-wielders rest on camp stools watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Carry Sphinx Stone to London. The Unmakers are here to reduce the salt lions to rubble 1 block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. You'll need a deposit and 20 units of spare cargo space. That's a deposit of 200 Echo. That's... I'm gonna think about it. Salt's rights. The face of the northern Sphinx is all but gone. Lost faces are sacred to Salt, they say. You are drawn there. To what end? Salt's voice is distant but clear. What do we have here? No extraordinary implications. I'm not defiant. Something awaits. Salt has... I have Salt's attention. Well, yes, he cursed me! And then there is compile a port report. Time, basalt, disillusion. Alright, port report. Record the activities of the Unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. Okay, what space do I have in the hold? Not enough. I'm using 5 more spaces than I would need to be able to cart the rock. Well, that answers that question, I suppose. What a pity. Well, it means I don't have to worry about spending 200. Man. The reason I wanted to find this place is because it's a good moneymaker. But when I don't have enough cargo hold space, it's no good. Alright, I'm gonna perform rites to Salt. I don't want him to curse me again. Into the Z. Dive from the Sphinx's face, down, a clear arc into the Z's chilly darkness. Float there in the quiet until your lungs are bursting, until light blooms behind your eyes. Rise gasping to the prickle of false stars, the shocked faces of your crew. You've brought something with you. Gained 7 terror, but I have Salt's attention, and I have an extraordinary implication. Which is worth something. Okay, cannot talk to the Unmakers now. Everybody is a little freaked out by me. And I don't have enough cargo space to carry Sphinx stones, so that will be it for the Salt Lions. But I know where they are now. I think I should head back towards London. So if I hit Guider's Morn, I could probably go up to Quaker's Haven and then to London. Swing! Off we go. But yeah, this is a horror game. But it's not the jump scare kind of horror. This is the creeping horror. This is the picking at the edges of your brain kind of horror. It's the kind that I prefer. This is the kind of horror that I want. I think that jump scares are kind of cheap. Yes, kind of the existential dread kind of horror, yes. Jump scares are an easy way to frighten somebody, but it's also like, it's been done to death. Jump scare games are everywhere, and they all do it the same way. And yeah, it's just... I prefer the kind of horror that like lies down next to you in bed at night and is like, hey, by the way, did you know I exist? We have arrived at Guider's Morn. The Morn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The Corsair's citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the Z. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher! Now the Untersee shimmers like glass below. Children clamoring in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in a cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. Okay. We have an evening at the Errant Limpet. A drinking den by the dock cradles is a good place for your crew to find companionship and let off steam, but although Guider's Morn is a free port, the Corsairs prefer their own and look askance at respectable Londoners. This is a chancy challenge with only a 54% chance of success. I could explore the Morn. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Morn. It is vertical, admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. I could introduce Blemigans to the Morn if I had any. So many nooks, so many crannies, so many villains, it seems only appropriate. I do have a Blemigan, but it's kind of immature, and also it's my mascot, so yeah. Collect your ill-gotten gains. Have you been sending stolen ships to Corsair's Forest? Overhear rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. A gleaming marauder is assembling an immense hoard of drowning pearls. His teeth are gold. His rings wink with scintillac. A locked box sits beside him containing delicacies retrieved from the wispways. Trade a drowning pearl for 2 solace fruits. Interesting. I don't have a drowning pearl. Gather intelligence. Guiders Morn swarms with pirates, smugglers, and captains of uncertain allegiance. You could learn a lot here, but you'll need to go carefully. This is a chancy challenge with only a 43% chance of success, and I don't actually have any way of increasing my veils. I can increase my mirrors, which actually I need to increase my mirrors. One moment. Increase my mirrors with the navigator. Yes, thank you. Oh, the joys, the joys. Alright, back to the morn. I'm going to be trying anyway, because I want the port report. So, 43% chance. This is not a good one. I'm gonna try anyway. Here we go! Unusual activity. The whisper is that a Khanate Tremarian resupplied here last week under a flag of careful truce. That implies something interesting about Khanate fleet movements. The Admiralty would love to know. Thank you for crossing your toes for me, Muse. That is a success in the Vales. I have a strategic information and a port report. Ooh, I must get myself back to London without dying. Oh boy. My terror is really high. I don't think it's a good idea to explore the morn. I think it might be a very bad idea to go exploring. Yeah. Okay. So, want to go north and west. Hopefully through that square, but without hitting this particular pillar here. Slowly, slowly. Speed up. There we go. Up through Patrick's lot. Yes, I am. This is the exact direction that I want to go. Hopefully there. No, 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 no. Oh man, I'm slower than them. No. No. Oh no. No! Oh, a fog bank. Yes, yes. Good, 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 good. Yes, use the fog bank. Use the fog bank. Is that the port? Please be the port. Yes. Hallelujah. Quaker's Haven on Mutton Island. Mmm, delicious. Once, this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. Okay, so the options here are drinks at the Cock and Magpie. The Cock and Magpie's door is opened wide. The glow from the windows is bright today. And the singing. Wait, where's the singing? Okay. Explore the shore. Wander a little way along the shore from the dock. Pick up a wretched mog, which I will not be doing. A yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably it's hungry. I am happy with the mascot that I have. I am not taking the cat. The cat's way too expensive anyway. 3 supplies for the cat. Chat to the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Or visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. Okay, we will be paying the 1 echo to get the port report here. Nothing to report. 2 fresh-faced fishermen are glad to greet you. Can't think of anything, Captain. We've had a good catch. You present another coin. The other fisherman shakes his head. It's true, Captain. No news here. The first nods. You can tell the Admiralty all's in order. Their eyes brighten with their smiles. Okay. I'm going to have a drink at the Cock and Magpie in the hopes that it will reduce my terror, because, man, that's high. Where's the singing? Altogether, Janelle. They raise their mugs to you as you enter and welcome you with a hearty hello. Have a seat where you like, booms the barman as he pours a glass of water. No cider today, just the water. I hope that's all right, Captain. We've taken a liking to it, haven't we? The patrons raise their glasses and drink. Okay, so nothing. Apparently they ran out of booze and therefore I can't actually reduce my terror? Let's explore the shore. Disembarking. From a stony bay, you watch as a swift corvette draws into the harbor. The men and women on board are dressed in naval uniform and walk as if they were balancing the good book on their heads, and though the gas lamps on the dock blaze as if to burn the work. Not a sailor squints. What on earth is happening here? I'm very confused. Why is nothing happening? Explore? Nope. Nothing. Is it the fog? Very, very strange. Well, let's try the hilltop above town. Times change. Why have they got rid of their well? It's true, the bricks were blackened with mold, and the timbers were so rotten they looked like they'd give out whenever a bucket was drawn. But did they need to cap the hole with a steel plate? And why one with such delicately carved circles, and circles within those circles? At least there's one sensible change they've made, installing a number of benches at the hilltop. Hard though they may be, it's pleasant to be able to rest and look out over the town. I've lost 5 terror, but I don't understand what's going on. Things are weird here. Things are very weird here. Bar? Nope. Weird. I don't understand. We're getting out of here. We're getting while the getting's good. Yeah, what I'll do is... Whoop. Nope, nope. Other way, folks. Yeah. There's usually a lot of little crabs in between the islands and the shore through here, so hopefully I can avoid them by going up the outside. Onwards, me! Okay, here we are at the lightship. Perfect. We'll put in with them. Give them some recent news. Lose 5 terror. And gain another Z story. Does make it a little tricky to turn towards London, but I can pull it off. Here we are. Seven fuel. I can easily make it into port on 7 fuel. I'll have to decide what to do about my hull, but... And here we are back in London. Let's take care of the marvelous things that I have. And Admiral, I have strategic information for you. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. 150 echo. Yay! Port reports. Guiders mourn. Something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest. 30 echo and a fuel. Godfall. Pirate monks. I honestly have no idea what we're supposed to do about pirate monks. What are they up to? 30 echo and a fuel. Salt Lions. The bazaar has always taken an interest in that place. 20 echo, a fuel, a favor. Quaker's Haven. They're getting along that well, you say. It's interesting that I have 2. Well, whatever. 5 echo and a fuel. And Demo's Island. You've been to Demo's Gate? 20 echo and a fuel. Out we go. Okay, I forget whether or not the Rose Market changed, so let's have a look at that. I doubt it has, because I don't think we got messages. Nope. Okay, let's check what I have here. I have an extraordinary implication. 2 Z stories. 4 tales of terror. Couple of restful nights, my will, an heirloom, a bunch of colors that I don't know where to find. And I'm not 100% certain what the best thing to do with the extraordinary implication is. But I'm also due for my break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my break so that I can refill my coconut water, have a quick stretch, and look up who to sell extraordinary implications to, or really what to do with the things. I guess I will figure something out, one way or another. So I will take care of those things, and I will be back in just a few minutes.